cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Lining up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heart be needing, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher, yeah. You take me higher, baby.
Welcome to Saturday Night Vibes. I am your host tonight, Marlon Clyburn, and on today's show, I am going to give credit to Donald Trump and then take it away. And then we're going to talk about DeSantis and his money, his a poll that was done in Florida on Ron DeSantis and how he's running Florida, and it's not very good. And we're going to end the story off on who exactly it is that's running against AOC as a Republican against her in New York. But before we start, as always, if you're new to this show, welcome. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And at the end of the show, after wrecking my mind over and over and over again, I have come up with a name for the people who watches and enjoy this show. I'll let everybody know by the end of the show. But first, as always, let's see who's out here. Joy's in the house. Hello, Joy. Holly is here. Hello, Holly. Susan. I knew Susan would always be here. A t-shirt? Yes, yes, yes. My wife makes t-shirts. Foxy makes t-shirts, and I asked her to make me a shirt, and she made this gorgeous thing right here. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Nice shirt. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get right into it. Theas would not be with us today. School is starting back over. Things are getting a little busy. So, maybe Theas will be back another time. But he won't be with us today. And Tracy will be with us the second hour. So, let's get started. Oh, wait a minute. When do we get one? I'm gonna have to talk to my wife. I'm gonna have to talk to my wife about it. I told her that people is gonna want this shirt. It's my design, mind you. It's my design. But she made it. But it was my design though. Is Tracy here? Hey, Tracy. See you in an hour. I know. Let's get into it, everybody. So I am going to give credit to Donald Trump. Don't bite my head off. I told you this was going to be that show. I'm not going to be over the Roberts being on one side to the other side and all the other stuff. I'm going to give credit to Donald Trump for actually telling his people at his rally to take the vaccine. And he did do it. And here we go.
I recommend take the vaccines. I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines. But you got, no, that's okay. That's all right. You got your freedoms. But I happen to take the vaccine. If it doesn't work, you'll be the first to know, okay? I'll call up Alabama and say, hey, you know what? But it is working. But you do have your freedoms. You have to maintain that. You have to maintain that. And you got to get your kids back to school.
So, as you already see there, and like I said, I'm giving credit to Trump for the fact that he did tell his people to get the vaccine. And of course, he played his hand because he assumed, oh, I'm Donald Trump. They'll listen to me and they'll still love me regardless of what I said. He got booed. He got booed by his own people because the ship has sailed. You know, you can't put that genie in a bottle that you keep constantly saying, hey, the vaccine is wrong, the vaccine is bad, the vaccine gonna kill you, blah, 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 everything else. And then turn around and change your mind because you can change your mind all you want to. The people who's already drunk the Kool-Aid has not changed their mind, regardless of who you are. And that what happened in this situation is, okay, well, that's fantastic, that's great. But we're not going to change our mind because we're already in this. Now tuxums. I don't know what that means, Susan. But yeah, the ship has sailed. It's a done deal. You got them all in their head. There's something wrong with the vaccine, and there literally was. And I tried to find a video. This is how bad it is that they even Fox News don't even know how to play their hand, because at the beginning of the show, you know, they went through the rhetoric of, you know, the vaccine has been FDA approved and it's ready and everybody can take it and it's a good thing and everything else. But right before they went to the people to start talking about the vaccine, they ended with, but it was really quick. Why was it so quickly approved by the FDA? We'll go to our panel. They go to the panel and there was a doctor and it was the, you know, the regular Fox people talking, and the doctor went through very respectful. I'm pretty sure he wasn't respectful before it was approved. I'm pretty sure he was on the same, well, we don't know, and we need to study, and you need to blah blah blah. But he was very respectful and said, yes, the vaccine was approved, and it, you know, we had to go through this, and we had to do all the studies, and we had to do all the tests, and apparently we did do all the studies and tests, and everything was fine and everything. And, you know, it was approved. As soon as he said, and the FDA approved it, one of the panel members went, so why did it take so long? Bruh, that ain't how you start the show. You started the show with, but why was it so quickly approved? Now you're asking, why did it take so long? So, see, Fox plays both ends. Fox, I done come to the conclusion is, Fox can play both ends so much because not everybody, like Trump, not everybody watches Fox from morning to night. So they have to play both ends depending on what time of day that you're watching Fox. And they already know that we can play this end at this time of day because they're going to believe what we say. And we're going to play this end this time of the day. So yes, in the morning time, we're going to say, hey, that vaccine was approved really quickly. And here's the proof. At nighttime, they'll turn around and go, hey, why did it take so long? If it was such a great vaccine, why did it take so long? So they covered themselves either which way, and they don't care. Mr. Carson needs to say he's vaccinated, but oh, good God, no. No. And the funny thing about it is, Susan, is Fox actually have told everybody that, yeah, you need to be vaccinated to work for Fox. Period. You need to be vaccinated to work for Fox. First of all, Tucker been vaccinated a long time ago. Let's just cut the BS on that. Tucker talks a good game, but he's not stupid. I'm not even going to try to play the role that Tucker is stupid. He's not stupid. He's been had the vaccine. He probably had the vaccine before the public got the vaccine. Rich white people who's in the media can do that. Us little peons gonna have to wait. But he can talk as much about the vaccine as he want to, which is why he's such a hypocrite, because he talks so much smack about a vaccine that he already has. But he's playing to his audience, and he's playing to what his audience wants to hear, and he's getting paid very well to do so. Does it sound like a hypocrite? Does he sound like an idiot? Sure do. Am I getting paid for being both? Sure am. So ain't nothing going to change from that. But let's go ahead and move on to another thing. And hold on one second, because I made a mistake of dropping something that I shouldn't have dropped. Okay. So, as I was saying, that I gave Trump credit for telling his people that they should take the vaccine. But of course, as I give credit to Trump, I can take it away, because here's Trump's wall, the $1 billion wall. The $1 billion wall that everybody paid for, and now it looked like a piece of crap. It looked like something that's in the backyard of an abandoned house. And the photography published by website Gizmodo, I think that's how you pronounce it, appears to show section of a partially constructed wall in southern Arizona in a severe despair, torn apart by summer monsoon rains that the site said literally blew floodgates off their hinges. At least 6 gates were washed out in single locations near Douglas, according to a quote on the website from Jose Manuel Perez, director of environmental nonprofit. Other sections of the walls were also hit by the last week's powerful monsoon, according to the Tulsa Sentinel, which said a U.S. Customs and Immigration Service official confirmed damage has been done. Experts estimate the storm surged at one section of the wall at Silver Creek at up to 7.6 meters or 25 feet. So, everybody, this is where our $1 billion went. This is our $1 billion of our taxpayer money. That's it. That was the Great Wall of Trump, the indestructible Trump wall. Nobody's going to get past this wall. Sure he did. We all knew it. I want him to say it. And I knew you were going to say him. He's not going to say it, Susan. He is definitely not in any way, shape, or form is going to say that he took the vaccine. That is not going to happen in a million years. And I knew you were going to say him. He's not going to say it. Sorry. But he's not going to say it in no way, shape, or form, because he knows what side of the bread is buttered. He knows he's playing to a certain group of people who want him to always. He said he took it? Yeah. When did he say he took it? I have to find the video. Oh, please find the video of him saying that he took the vaccine. No. Tucker Carlson. Okay, sorry. Only reason I'm not saying that because she made the shirt, just to make that perfect. She's not even supposed to be in here, but she made this shirt, so. Listen to your show. So Tucker Carlson is never going to admit that he took the vaccine, because he knows that it's still bringing up the BS about something wrong with the vaccine. And let's be clear, he's never saying something's wrong with the vaccine. He don't ever say that. He always use little side words and Remember one of my pet peeves is I have questions, I have questions, I have questions, but they never ask the question and they never will. Do you ever wonder why? Do you ever wonder if? Do you ever want to feel? Do you ever? But every time you say something, they jump on you. You don't ever say nothing, so we're jumping on you on what you're not going to say anything. So no, Susan, he's never going to admit it. What a waste. Yep, Foxy, it was the wall that $1 billion. Let me bring this up. Does this not look like? Does this not look like something you could get from Lowe's? Does it literally look? Not even being funny. Does this not look like something that you can rent, that you can buy off a Lowe's website or Home Depot? This doesn't look like something that was really hard constructive. It looked like something that you could get off Lowe's and billions. It was billions of dollars of our money that we ain't getting back. That the Republicans always want to sit there and say how we're going to pay for an infrastructure bill and the human infrastructure bill and everything else. Well, how about we stop wasting it on BS that doesn't work and it wasn't intended to work anyway? You just wanted to put your name on a wall. We have plenty of money. Stop wasting it on stupid stuff like the wall. Those damn panels are really dangerous when they wash down river. Yeah, and they don't care. They don't care. I don't have proof of anything that I'm going to say right now. I really don't. I honestly just really feel like they knew it wasn't going to last long. That they knew, they was assuming that the wall would last long enough for Trump to be elected again, and it was a talking point. And if something happened to the wall, they was already ready to blame it on Mexico, blacks, Democrats, liberals, whatever. The regular Q words that they always use when something don't go their way or they hurt on something. Hello, Miss Clyburn. Susan said hello.
Hi. Believe it.
Definitely knows. Yeah, Foxy. It just looks like something that just we as regular people could have built. I have questions. If Trump is a billionaire, why does he wear the same suit all the time? Why do women find him attractive? Why did he wear the same suit all the time? Surprisingly enough, I read a book. And I'm not saying this is Trump. I just don't care enough to actually worry about what Trump does. But there was a book that I read about billionaires who don't dress the way you would think billionaires and rich people dress, which would make them rich. So why does he have more than one or two suits? Because the money that he would save on suits goes into his pocket. Now, why do women find him attractive? How the hell would I know? And chances are they don't find him attractive. They find his money attractive. They find his power attractive. They don't mean they find him attractive. Take away the money and the power from Trump, and what do you got? You got Trump. But for me to answer why do women find him attractive, and I doubt they do, but I don't know. Did environments tell them it wasn't going to work? Yeah, they did. And they went and Foxy, I guarantee you what it was said when the environment said, this is dangerous, this is not going to work, you're building it too fast. We don't need to build more walls. We need to repair the walls that we have if this going to be if this is going to work. And they turn around and go, oh, that's liberal talk and everything. They just don't, they want all the Mexicans to come in and take over and kill everybody. The whole rhetoric stuff like that. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, they did tell them, and yes, they ignored it because the point of the matter was building the walls to prove to their fan base that we're strong and we really care about keeping them real bad Mexicans out of our country and everything. But no, that was about as far as they were gonna go with it. Who are these women you speak? I have no idea, like none whatsoever. Steve Jobs wore the same thing all the time. Less brain power going into deciding what to wear. Yeah, like I said, look at Steve Jobs. Look at a lot of billionaires. A lot of billionaires. A lot of millionaires. Let me rephrase that. A lot of millionaires, you would not know they was millionaires because they don't dress as millionaires. They're not going out of their way to wear the $3,000 suit, the $10,000 watch, the $3,000 shoes, and everything like that. I'm not saying that they don't have it, but I guarantee you they have it because it's for a special occasion, not for going to meetings or anything like that. For them, money like that towards clothes is a waste of money, and their money can go to something better. So they don't dress like that. So, and to be honest with you, the other thing I can say is the people that you do see that dress that way, that wear certain clothing, that wear certain watches, that wear certain shoes, they're wearing it because they're promoting it, not because they really want to. And if they're promoting it, they didn't buy it. They was giving it to them so they can go out and flash it and look good in it and everything else and promote it. They didn't spend any money on it. No. People need to salvage the panels and use them for food gardens. I love to grow squash on one of those. You could use that. And honestly, Susan, because I know you love your garden, Susan. You love your gardens, but technically you could take that wood and refurbish it to build other things. Off the top of my head, housing. God forbid we do that though, right? So, yeah, let's move on. Everybody's favorite governor, Ron DeSantis, is back in the news today. And he's back in the news because there was a poll done on how he was doing in Florida, which not looking good. So a new poll found 60% of Floridians supported requests. A new poll found 60% of Floridians support requesting mask wearing in schools as the legal battle continues over Ron DeSantis' ban on mask mandates. According to Quinnipiac University poll published Tuesday, Floridians support requiring students, teachers, and staff to wear masks by 60 to 36%. The poll found significant partisan division on the issue, as 98% of Democrats surveyed support school mask mandates, only 1% does not. Of Republicans surveyed, 72% said they oppose mask mandates, while 24% say they support them. Independents support them by a margin of 63 to 32%, the poll found. However, when asked whether schools or parents should decide if students wear masks, some respondents offered a different opinion. A separate question found that 54% said schools should be able to require masks, while 44% said parents should decide if their students wear a mask. When it came to DeSantis' threat to withhold salaries from the school leaders who required mask wearing, 69% of respondents said they disagreed, while 25% supported the policy. Of voters, 46% believe DeSantis is hurting efforts to limit the virus spread, while 41% said it would help slow it. So if DeSantis is saying that he's playing to his constituents in Florida, then he's reading the wrong numbers. As of Tuesday, more than 81,000 people have signed a petition to recall the governor. So his play towards his base his base is getting smaller and smaller, which I've said before is that base is getting smaller and smaller. Don't get it twisted. They're also getting louder and louder. The numbers are dwindling. So they're getting desperate. They're getting violent. But the numbers are getting smaller and smaller. And these little, I'm going to cut your salary if you force people to wear a mask. First of all, let's get an understanding of Florida off the bat for people who really don't know the dynamics of how Florida works. Florida really is such a narrow scope, but just follow me with it. Florida, if you think about it, is several states within a state. In other words, Florida cities actually do what the city wants to do, not what the state wants them to do. You may want the city to do something. You may mandate the city to do something. You may forcefully make the city do something. But truth be known, the cities in Florida does what the cities of Florida wants to do, not what the capital of Florida wants them to do. Because the city knows the same thing what I said about Trump. They know which side of bread is butter. They know where their money is really coming from, and it sure as hell ain't, the governor. So the city knows what's good for the city, and they do what is good for the city. And I say that is because the cities wasn't listening to DeSantis anyway. They already have decided, hey, I know how to get around this. Since you're coming to our school, and since we have a dress code, we are now making a mask the dress code in our school. They're not listening to DeSantis. And he's just pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And he knew, and I don't know if he thought it was going to work or not. This is dog whistle for the nation for when he runs for president. He gives a damn about Florida. This is dog whistling for the nation. Look how tough I am on your freedoms and your liberties. And imagine if I do this to the state of Florida, I can do this for the whole country. This blithering moron actually went and said on records that Biden should follow his advice on how to handle COVID in the United States. I got a couple of comments and I'm going to get to it, but let me get through the next thing that happened. So, a Florida judge have ruled school districts in the state can require students to wear masks. Judge John Cooper ruled in a lawsuit brought by parents who said Governor DeSantis overstepped his authority when his administration said school districts couldn't order students to wear masks. In a court this week, lawyers for the parents said DeSantis' orders violated a constitutional requirement that districts operate schools that are safe and secure. The state maintained parents have the ultimate authority to decide what is best for their kids. The judge rules allows schools districts to require masks. So yeah, the judge already did what the cities already decided they was going to do anyway. Is we're going to do what is best for our city, not what's best for your political agenda. Your political agenda pretty much is going to kill us all. So I'm not going to listen to what you are doing. You're trying to kill us because you want to become president. No, I'm going to do what's best for the city. And apparently the judge have agreed that, yeah, the city needs to decide what is best for the city, not the governor. DeSantis think he could do Trump and tell the base what they should cheer mindfully for. He can't. Too many intelligent people in Florida. I'll take your word for about the intelligence in Florida. But yeah, it's the fact that Florida cities run the state. That's it. Florida cities is going to do what the Florida city is going to do. You go to a small town in Florida, it's greatly different than the city of Miami, which is different from the city of Orlando, which is different from the city of Hookataka in Florida. They run their city what is best for their city. If it so happened that DeSantis say something that the city has already done, plus or minus for the greater good, so be it. But DeSantis said anything opposite from what the city is doing or wants to do or is going to do, they're not going to listen to DeSantis because it's not best for them, the city. I no longer believe the polls. If I had Hillary would have beat Trump and Bernie would have beaten Biden. Yeah, I'll agree. I'll believe that poll because it's not a national poll; it's a state poll. And Florida, when it comes to polling, is so wishy-washy. I barely pay attention to Florida. To be honest with you, I barely pay attention to Florida and Texas. California is probably third because they can. Ooh, how many BC? Ooh, you know, that's a good question. How many? Um, hmm. Well, I don't know, Susan. I'm gonna have to get back with you on that one because um, oh, they're saying it's four. Today they have four historically black colleges in Florida, so four. So there you go. There are four in Florida. Are you following Lola, the 10-year-old from Florida? She's amazing. Her mother is on our page. No, but I will. I'll start doing it. Especially as opposed. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Eggs opposed and you know what? At the very least, I can say this: let's start following polls that actually is going to affect us. The polls that was coming out at this in this last election was just too. Do you believe the president should wear a blue suit or a brown? And I know I joke a lot, but that really was a poll. Do you think it's inappropriate for a president to wear a light suit? It really was a poll. It's way too much doggone time on your hands. So one more thing to I really didn't want to do this story, but we everybody we have to know who the enemy is, okay? Susan said I make it a point to lie to the posters. Probably a lot of people do, which is why those polls really don't work anyway. But everybody, I want to introduce to you. Sorry, let me bring it up. This is Tracy Forte. She is running in 2002 to claim the New York State seat in Congress, currently being held by AOC. So this is the person in New York who's going to run against AOC in 2022. Now, you may know her, you may not know her, but if you do know her, this is the picture for, the photo op. This is the picture, with the flag in the back and everything else. Or you may also know her as this. So yes, this is actually her on January 6th. And now I figured out something else that I have to actually watch my mouth and not use certain words and everything because the algorithm of YouTube, which I got something for them in a second. But she was at the incident on January 6th. As a matter of fact, she live streamed herself while at the rally. So this newspaper been following her for a while to find out exactly who she is, and come to find out she's exactly who you would think somebody who would be at a January 6th insurrection would be. What they found was Fournette repeatedly used hashtags related to QAnon conspiracy theories. She took multiple photos in October, November, and December 2020 with Proud Boy leader Enrique Toro. And she's also included theories of the Stop the Steal thing and everything else. October, November, and December? Oh, was you just chasing after him to take pictures for the last 3 months? Ugh, that's creepy. Okay. Fournette also attended the Capitol riot where she live streamed on Facebook. She took selfies with numbers of attendees who consider her a superstar. Yeah. Now, I want you to look what I'm flipping through because I'm not going to hold y'all very long, but that was the first page. This right here is the conspiracy theories that they found on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. And Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. And this is the last Instagram. I'm not going to read that all to you because she's boring me and I'm the one who have to read through the stuff just to give you just a couple of highlights. But no, I'm not going to do that to y'all. Promoting January 6th on Facebook. As of 2021, Fournette's personal Facebook profile had more than 56,600 followers. She also posted on pages named The Real Tina 40, which had nearly 37 followers, as well as a page created a month later called Real Tina for Congress. She has a following. You have to know your enemies. Fournette tweeted this on January 2nd, 2021. On January 3rd, she posted a meme that said, "Stand by, shit is about to get real." On the same day, she shared a digital artwork created showing the claims from The Storm that was to come on January 6th. My friend, quote, "My friends and I are headed over from Texas." Okay. Nope. Okay. Here is the fallout. In other words, this newspaper went to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube and told them all this stuff that this candidate running for Congress have been doing on your platform. Let's see what we got here. We contacted media relations representative for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google with questions about this content in relation to their policies. We also asked Instagram about her previous account. Sorry, to back up, she literally said that she had a previous Instagram account, but it was taken down. So she did, Tina Fonte said that. In response, Facebook provided this statement. "We have removed several posts for violating our dangerous organization and individuals' policy. Our teams are continuing to investigate the content, pages, and accounts and will remove any further content that violates our policies." A Facebook spokesman told us that we sent a Facebook spokesperson told us after we sent over our questions and data that several posts were removed for the promotion of Stop the Steal, as was a photo of her praising the Proud Boys leader. The platform appeared to take action on the duplicate accounts of the same name, administrating the Trump group. They told us that all users, even if they are politicians or running for office, are subject to the company's community standards. Hours after this story was published, Forte's Instagram account was no longer available. That makes 2 of her Instagram accounts that's gone. It appears to have been removed from the platform. Forte has advertised on her bio that her previous account has now been removed. We also received a response from Twitter. A company spokesperson said the account you reference is not currently in violation of Twitter rules. They also include a link to the summary of how they handled the January 6th content. As for the fact that Forte is running for Congress, they told us that they are still evaluating their world leader policy. You seriously have two policies for two different groups of people. No division there. However, they said there is no explanation. However, they said there is no explanation or special treatment in place for candidates to political office. Yet you would actually have a world leader policy. Here's my favorite part. We did not receive a response from YouTube. Guess what? Neither did I. And this is the final update. Oh no, that's the exact same thing that hours after that went through that Instagram took the site down, which makes two sites that she've had that it has been taken down because she has who knows, her freedom was taken or whatever, but we know it was doing conspiracy theories and steal the votes and violent insurrections and things like that. And this is why we have to keep knowledge of who these people are, where they're coming from, and the platforms that they're doing it on, because that's what they do. And they do it for a certain reason, because we're not supposed to be paying attention to them until it's too late, which means we weren't supposed to know about this woman until 2022, in which she's already done build up a base, a very strong base. And it sounds like she's a true believer in it too, not just playing to the base. I think she's really, really into it. Gross. Yeah. Who is this now? This is Tina Fontaine. Hope I'm saying that right. Tina Forte, Forte. She is running against AOC in 2022. What was she accounting? Running against AOC in 2022 from the New York Congress. Yeah, dangerous politician who spews immigrant hate all day long on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah, and as long as it works, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, as long as it works, they will keep doing it because they have a base that believes in everything they say. And it all started with Trump telling them, hey, I'm on your side. So you have these other people that went, wow, Trump got real popular and real rich in 4 years. I'll start doing that. And of course they did. And of course they're getting paid. And of course they're going to keep doing it. If it isn't Forte, it's Boebert. If it isn't Boebert, it's Marjorie Taylor Greene. If it ain't Marjorie Taylor Greene, it's Matt Gaetz. If it ain't not Matt Gaetz, it's Goldberg. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Because Trump gave them the blueprint of, if you just go to the lowest base form you can find, you can become rich and famous and powerful all at the same time. Okay, now I know who she is. Oh, you would know more about her in 2022. The closer it gets to 2022, the more you're gonna get to know her. Now, is she gonna win? Doubt it. And it has nothing to do with her, so to speak. New York and California are about the most liberal freaking states in the United States. So, no. She's not going to win New York. And I say that with the knowledge of anything is possible. And you know, Republicans have no problem going to the darkest places they can to win. They have no issue of doing that. But again, this is New York. I really doubt it. But again, anything is possible. I hope not, but anything is possible. All right. We've been on here for 46 minutes. All right. So we should be at at the 2 hour mark. And Susan, before you say something smart, yes, we're going to be out here at a 2 hour mark. So I am going to take a small break, everybody. Tracy is already on board. And when we come back, it is time for Foxy's videos of the week. Stay tuned. DJ, take us to something good.
Feelings, it's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming in colors I never dreamed. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed. Skipping out, no, I can't keep score when I lose my breath. Boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh. Magic, no, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed. Skipping out.
We are back. We are back. We are back. Tracy.
Hello, everybody.
All right. Let me go through a couple of things. All right. In Denmark, unfortunately, they are echoing their voters, not putting ideas in their heads, is why I actually joined a Danish political party, anti-racist and green. Whew. It made me want to move to Denmark. I always say something smart. I am smart. You know what I meant, Susan. I try to keep these things under 2 hours, so you know what I'm saying. I just love this song. I do too. I literally be on the other end of this listening to the song. I haven't gotten used to it. I actually be on the other end dancing to the song. I really do like this song. And hey, Tracy.
Hi, Susan.
All right. So, let me think. Do I have anything? Nope. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, it is time for Foxy's videos of the week. All right, so first of all, let's go ahead and get the deep philosophical crap out of the way, because the only reason I even picked this video is because I really have to make sure everybody understands that there are people who morals have just really have gone out the window just to make a point or just to keep a lie going.
I told you, I'm going to keep giving these to you. This time, Nurse Rachel is sharing a reply to comment that I think everyone needs to hear.
Amanda, I just want to start by saying I am so sorry for your loss. I cannot imagine the pain of losing a parent. With that said, I am a little bit confused. I used the Instagram account that you have linked to your TikTok profile to find your public Facebook page. I see that you made this post right here that I'll show everyone, talking about how your mother died from addiction. Pause to read. I see you also shared a link to this interview you did with a local reporter talking about addiction and your mother's death. Again, I am so sorry that your mother passed away. Implying that your mother's death was related to the vaccine when you have made it so public that it was related to addiction is absolutely vile. This is a perfect example of why people shouldn't just trust all of these stories that they hear on the internet. When you see healthcare professionals questioning people who have claims of vaccine injury, this is why. Anda, bless your heart. I hope you get the help you need.
Her story reminds me of another one, a gentleman who possibly smokes a lot of cigarettes and who got on this platform for the first time after posting a single video back in December claiming that he got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and within 30 minutes of the vaccination, he started to lose ability to control his lower limbs. He then states days later that he was fully diagnosed with transverse myelitis, spelled it incorrectly though, even though transverse myelitis takes upwards of 3 to 4 days or even weeks and months to present in a patient. So yeah, 30 minutes isn't it? Other causes of transverse myelitis may be herpes or some other type of viral infection that was already in the body though. I also find it interesting that every video he posts is hashtag don't get the jab. It's also super interesting to me that he has his Venmo and Cash App in his bio, and people are contributing to it. He was also asked why he used the number 88 at the end of his name, which is a very standard dog whistle for things like white supremacy, racism, Nazism, etc. And his response was, I just picked a random number, yet his actual birth year is 89. Seems a little sus. I'm also really curious why his video is circulating globally, particularly in like Russian and UK propagandists, claiming that the mRNA vaccine did this. Johnson & Johnson isn't an mRNA vaccine. Yeah, you guys should stop believing everything you see on the internet, because some people just want to steal your money or lie. They just want to lie. There's that too. So, thanks, Rachel.
Just off the bat, this person's mother died. Now, we're going by what she's saying, so let's go from the original that she died from drugs, because that's what she said before. However, after realizing that she lies so much, we're not even sure about that. All we pretty much know is her mother died. But the fact that she would turn around and use her mother's death to constantly keep using the lie of something being wrong with the vaccine. Again, everyone, morals have gone out the window, because the truth is so strong now that they're going to have to start saving face, even if they're going to have to throw their morals out the window, including your dead mom. Tracy?
Literally no words. Words are just escaping me. I don't like to call people stupid or ignorant, but those two, not the nurse, the lady that with long hair was talking, I'm talking about the other two. I can't anymore. I just can't. I don't know what's wrong with people. I don't know what. I just can't. I'm just. This one makes me at a loss for words. I'm just like, what?
I know. At this point in time, at this point in time, they know the lie is a lie. I'm not saying all of them. I'm never going to say that. But a good majority of them knows the lie's a lie. So now it's an ego thing. And because it's an ego thing, they're going to fight it to the bitter end. Even if they're going to have to lie all the way to the deathbed, and we already have proof of people saying on their deathbed from COVID, do not tell anybody that I died from COVID. We got family members going to the coroner saying, please take the cause of COVID being the cause of death, of the death certificate. These people already know the truth, but now it's time to save face. And if I have to lie and lie and lie and lie to my end of days, so be it.
But you know what happens when you do that? You have to tell a bigger lie to cover the lie you previously told, and then it keeps piling and piling and piling and piling, and then we all find out. Just say that person passed from COVID. Don't be like that person. Take the vaccine.
Yeah.
It's that simple. You have people taking, and I forget the name of the drug, horse medication, and paying up to $700, and the vaccine is free. Like, wait a minute. The vaccine it's free, but you're going to pay $700 for a medication given to a horse.
And please don't get it twisted to believe that the same people who's actually pushing this more and more and more and more, that something wrong with the vaccine, already have the vaccine. So they can live a little longer and be out there a little more to tell people, hey, something wrong with the vaccine. I already got the vaccine and I'm doing pretty doggone good. And even if I get sick, I'll get over it a lot quicker than you would, who doesn't have the vaccine at all. But don't take the vaccine. They don't now. They don't say don't take the vaccine. Question why. Talk to your doctor, which is good advice. Talk to your doctor. The only problem is talking to your doctor don't mean you're still going to take it, because all you're going to do is try to find a doctor. I had a story. I wish I could find it. There was a doctor who the cruise ships, at least in the United States, I think Australia too, the cruise ships are pushing more and more and more in the direction of, yeah, we need 100% vaccination customers on our ship. Period. We can't do because they started off with 97, but it started off with 95 and it went to 97. Now they're going to 100% vaccination unless you have a documented medical reasons why you're not vaccinated. There was a doctor who lost his job at the hospital because this idiot advertised on Florida for $50, he'll write you a medical exemption sheet for why you couldn't take the vaccination. It isn't the fact that you morally decided that you're going to charge $50 to get this. You advertised it on Facebook. Did you not think somebody was going to see this?
So he wanted to get out of the medical profession. That's what it was. He was tired of seeing patients, and he said, you know what? I'm going to do the stupidest thing I could possibly do. No, that's what he wanted.
This is the funny thing, Tracy. He just started.
Oh, gosh.
He just graduated medical school.
See, what happens is he going to file bank. Well, no, you can't file.
No, you can't file bankruptcy. What? You didn't work long enough to file bankruptcy.
Did they take his license, or did that one place?
The only thing I got was he was fired.
Oh, he'll get a job somewhere else. Unfortunately, unless they just take his license from him.
So that just proves that college education, graduate education, doesn't mean.
Look at Ben
nothing.
Carson. He's a neuroscientist. He's a neurosurgeon. I'm like, I thought doctors were intelligent and smart, and then that man opened his mouth. I'm like, well, I'll take that stereotype away.
Paul Ryan is a eye doctor.
No, he is not. He's not board certified. He is not board certified. He can't practice outside the state of Kentucky. Matter of fact, he founded his own board so that he could bypass being board certified.
Tracy, he could be board certified across the United States. The man's still an idiot.
He is idiot. He's just not board certified. And eye doctors aren't real doctors. Okay, I'm gonna just stop with that.
No, I know. No, we got good time. We got good time. Susan, we have good time. We have over an hour left, 59 minutes left. We doing good time. After doing anti-disinformation since March 2020, I'm just tired, but really bad stuff like this from ordinary people or my own family spreading this crap. I'll jump in. Yeah, because I found myself being real numb to it.
Or people that wear the mask the wrong way. Like they'll have it to their lips and not cover their. You're supposed to cover the nose and the lips and the chin, make sure it comes under, and you're gonna just have it on your mouth. What are you wearing? What are you wearing it for? What are you wearing it for? Oh my gosh, that drives me crazy.
All right, let's move on.
Yes, because I can talk about that all day. I'm just like, my head hurts.
So this next video was for Kevin, and I thought Kevin would be here tonight since he likes music, but I just thought it was really talented, and it was for Kevin because he likes music. So as you all can see, that I do try to do certain things for certain people in the group because I really appreciate you all being here. So this video was for Kevin, but I hope y'all enjoy it too. So be right back.
Okay, am I the only one that when I hear this song,
Into the thick of it.
I automatically think of this? So with a little editing magic, I'm gonna try and put them together. After a little bit of magic, you get this.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Oh.
I like Tracy. I know you don't know the song. I like it. I like it.
Was that Into the Woods?
Into the thick of it.
Oh my! No, I'm not that type of music. I'm
See, I do it. I
It wasn't terrible. I'm just like, okay, not my cup of tea.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
I'm more Broadway gospel, so.
Next video. Next video. See, Tracy, you're getting crushed out here.
I know. I try. I be trying. I try so hard. I'm like, I don't get it.
Well, I'm gonna give you one that you can get. And I always got to give you one where I'm feeling the way I'm feeling at that certain time, and at that certain time, I am feeling the way I'm feeling. So
now that I can get with.
And I really wish it was real. I really wish that was
some
real.
people I would give it to.
It is such it is such a world, a country we live in where the majority of the situations that we have to deal with on a negative point of view boils down to mind your damn business. You do you and I do me and everybody's happy and we ain't got to cross path on everything. But we always got to have this issue where you have to control what I'm doing while at the same time playing the victim of somebody's trying to control you. I'm talking about you, Republicans. You have no problem trying to control other people and their way of living and their way of thinking and their way of acting, at the same time playing the victim card of they tried to stop us from doing A, B, C, and D. They're attacking Christianity. They're attacking the nuclear family. Oh, they're attacking the Republicans. Oh, they're attacking white people. Oh, they're attacking um, conservatives. Oh, they're attacking Florida, Texas, Alabama, South, whatever. At the same time, you turn around and go, "Oh, but we're going to put some new voter rules in place because we can."
Yeah, somebody needs to tell all these Karens, no offense to all the people really named Karen, but some of these Karens need to just sit down and shut up. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants to be around you. You are a racist. You're a homophobe. I don't care anymore. I'm so tired of these poo Karens crying, oh, look at me, poor me. No, poor black person you're harassing. I, I can't, there's too many examples of this going on. And I don't know, I know it's always been happening, but I think social media makes it worse. Because we know that racism has always existed. We know that homophobia has always existed. But now it seems like some of these Karens they crave that attention, and then they want to cry, "Oh, my husband is black," or "Oh, my friends are black." No, they can't be because they would tell you to stop being a Karen.
And the deal is, you may ask. I wonder how many of these people who have these so-called black friends. I wonder if they still your friend.
No, they have that Candace Owen black friend that will speak against black people, say the most racist thing ever, because then that gives them cover. Oh, well, see, there's a black person. Well, she's saying that the father's leaving the home. See, I'm not racist.
Candace,
Yeah, that they got that Candace Owen. Oh, and that guy that's running for governor, the black guy in
George.
California,
Oh,
Elder. Anybody that says a $0 minimum wage, I don't got time for you.
I
And why does the media interview these racists and then ask them the stupidest questions?
that's
If
on us. That literally is on
no,
us
here's
because we will watch it. Is why.
no, we watch it. And I'm like, why am I watching this? I might as well watch professional wrestling. Um, I mean, Larry Elder, yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
Larry Elder, piece of garbage. He makes Ben Carson look like Malcolm X. I'm serious. I mean, I'm just like serious. I mean, I know Ben Carson is conservative and no, we're not related. He just got lucky and got my last name. But
My last name is Clyburn. Do you know how many times I have to fight people? I am not related to that dude.
yeah, but at least he's. Oh well, I would say Ben
No,
Carson is
no,
black.
no. There's
Yeah,
no.
yeah, no. He marched with Dr. King, I think, or did he? I know that.
Let's put it this way: the man got famous because he was in this. He was in the civil rights movement before they come on, Mama, get your head together. They redesigned the districts in South Carolina. So when they redesigned the district in South Carolina and they made them a predominantly black district, that's how he got his job because he was already famous for being in the civil rights movement before they redesigned it. That's all I'm giving them.
Yeah, he did that.
That's all I'm giving you.
But Larry Elder makes both
No.
Jim Clyburn and Ben Carson look like Malcolm X. I'm serious. He
And the
thinks
deal is this: is some of them is not know they're not going to win, and that's what irks me so much about the politics in the United States is that the people that should run for office can't run for office because they don't have the money to run for office and they don't have the money to run for office. And this is not the only reason. So don't nobody come back to me and go, oh, well, they could do this, that, and the other. Now, I'm not saying that's the only reason. I'm saying it's a reason. They can't get the money because the money is going to these morons who just sits there and once again speak to a certain base that they know is gullible enough to give them the money that they need to run, knowing they're not going to win. But hey, I can lie, cheat, and steal and throw BS enough out there that you'll believe anything I say and pay me for it. While the moral person who just wants, it isn't the fact that we even have somebody to do something for the blacks or the Latinos or the minorities or the women or immigrants or anything else. A decent human freaking being who is willing and capable of doing what is for the better good of everybody. You may not like it, but it is for the better good. We don't have candidates like that. The majority of the candidates is going for the better good of my base. Period.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And my base is crap. But they're paying me. And they're paying me good money to do this.
Yeah, all I gotta do is say I'm against Medicare for all, and then the pharmaceutical companies will give me millions of dollars. I'll be quiet. I'll leave that one alone.
No, we got plenty of time. Go ahead.
I'm gonna leave Jim Clyburn alone. I'm gonna leave him alone.
Okay, then I'll say it then. Just like the same people who wants Medicaid for all to get their name out in the papers and everything until the pharmaceuticals pay them a bunch of money, they go silent and disappear. And they'll go silent and disappear until a bill comes up that goes, hey, we need Medicaid for all. I need to see the trick. I always tell everybody what the trick is. The trick is they don't say no. The trick is they run out the clock. And the way they run out the clock is by saying, I need to see what's in that. I need to see how that's written. I need to see what exactly is said.
Or how much it costs.
Or how much they love to use that one. How much does it cost? And then when we find out how much it costs, how are we gonna pay for it?
They never asked that. Yeah, they never asked that question. Look at the situation we have in Afghanistan. We spent $2.5 trillion. Do you know what we could have done with that money if we had never wasted our time to go? And it was a waste of time because I still can't quite figure out why we went there in the first place. We could have had expansion of Medicare. We could have had free daycare for children. Just pick an issue, and I'm like, oh, we could have spent that money there. Nobody ever said, how much does this cost? We find money for wars. We find money to bail out banks. We find money to bail out large corporations. But when it comes to bailing out us poor people, oh, how much is it going to cost? How much is it? No.
I love what people say, giving money to the people is welfare, but you don't say the same thing when you give them money to Wall Street or give money to the banks. That's the exact same thing. That's welfare. Let them pull themselves up by the bootstraps. It's giving money from our taxpayer. You want to use taxpayer money given to regular folks is welfare, then we don't need to bail out any more companies or industries ever again.
Or give Jim Bezos $10 billion to go up to space. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He didn't even go. Technically, he went in space, but dude, you just touched the sky and came back down.
He went to the outer. I hate to say it, the outer limits because everybody gonna say, "Oh, that show that." No, he went to the outer limits of the. It doesn't matter. The only thing I'm gonna remember that dude going is in a penis. So whatever. Isn't West the name of the idiot in Texas? His wife stopped by the police. What did she say when she was stopped?
Oh, she's talking about the politician.
She had medical condition or something like that.
Not Adam West. That's the actor on Batman.
Yeah.
Alan West. Alan West is his name. Oh yeah, that one's another.
Oh, Alan West. Okay.
Yeah, Alan West played on Batman.
I wish he kept her to the curb after the impeccable disrespect he showed. Trump called Ted Cruz's wife ugly.
He sure did. And Ted Cruz phone bank for him.
Police shouldn't have stopped her because she is his wife, not because the police should be stopping random black people for nothing.
Well, yeah, they do that too.
They, hey man, I don't even know what I said. I really, Holly, I'm one of those people. When I do the show, I go back and watch the show because I try to make sure that whatever I say is very intelligent. So if I say something that's intelligent, I go, wow, that was pretty intelligent. And it shocks me. Rep one. Rep one. Medicaid for all. I'm missing one.
There's a study being done about reparations. I'm like,
oh, that's what I'm thinking about. Reparations.
I'm like,
Reparations,
really? We
Medicaid
need
for
a
all.
study? Y'all promised us 40 acres and a mule.
You know what? The funny thing about that I did a show on that one time before, and honestly, the only thing I got out of that was the guy that said, "You know what?" and it may have been Larry Elder. Surprising enough, since we're bringing that up, it may have been Larry Elder that said, "We shouldn't even be worried about reparations and everything else because the black people are really good at pulling themselves up by the bootstraps and overcoming and overachieving." And I asked the question, do you ever wonder why you say the stuff that you say? Or do you ever wonder why it seems like the black community is the only people that seem to have to overcome and overachieve anything?
All the time.
You never say that about the white community to overcome and overachieve. The black community is the only people that have to overcome and overachieve something to get an equal amount as anybody else in this country.
Again, Larry Elder is an idiot.
And I think it was Larry Elder that said it. I remember doing a show about it. I said, why do we got to be the one to overcome and overachieve stuff?
Yeah, if I met him, I'd say, look here, dude, stop pulling guns out on your wife. Just stop pulling guns out on your wife. Just stop.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, my blood. Wait a
minute. We have to say allegedly. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. He pulled the... allegedly.
Okay.
I'm going to do them fake air quotes. Y'all know what I'm thinking.
Do the fake air quotes. We still got to say allegedly. Innocent until proven guilty. And I have to say that now because there was a story going around, and I know you don't know about the Curry family, Dale Curry and his wife, and they're getting a divorce after multiple years of being married. And everybody immediately went to Dale Curry and jumped on Dale Curry and how you gonna treat your wife like this and blah 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 and everything else. Come to find out, it was the wife that cheated on Dale, not the other way around. And as soon as that happened, everybody was silent. Which is why I keep saying you got to wait till the whole.
They both cheated on each other.
No, the wife cheated on Dale Curry with another basketball player. Fossey is back in here. She's trying to. She's been cheating for years. First of all, she eating my chips, which I'm not even gonna say nothing about it because she ate this shirt. Oh my god. But okay. He's been cheating for years. He's been cheating for years.
Yep, that's what I thought they were both cheating.
Oh, okay.
So she was just paying him back. Not that that's a good thing to do.
No, my point was we have to make sure that we get the whole story.
Yeah, both sides. Yeah, it's just like that story of the lady that lied about the school district. And everybody was like, well, how did they arrest her for lying about her school children's district? And then you found out, oh, she was wanted for a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. We got to make sure we get the whole story on everything.
Absolutely.
I've been watching Reset Race. Susan, I don't know what that is. Let me know what that is. I don't know what that show is. I'm already in trouble with some show that just came out. What's that show Chris said she was clickbait? That's what I'm watching. I don't know what that is. And apparently chances are I'm not going to watch it because it's already seemed like something that's just not my thing.
Not the podcast clickbait.
It's a mystery. No, clickbait is a TV show on Netflix.
Oh,
it's a mystery. It's a mystery.
Yeah, I can't stand Netflix.
All right. So this next one that I'm going to put out was, I don't know if she's watching today or not, um, but it's towards her because she posted something on Holly's Facebook page, and she'll get the, if she's watching tonight, she'll get the message. If not, I'm pretty sure Holly and then we'll tell her about it. So here's the next video.
Ladies, how can you hate a job that pay your bills, but love a man who can't?
He better say that. He better say that one more again.
Hold on. Want y'all to listen. Want y'all to listen.
Ladies, how can you hate a job that pay your bills, but love a man who can't?
A good friend of mine has a show called the Simpsons Relationship. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Facebook, YouTube. And their subject this Thursday was women who are dating men who are
trash.
Why are more women dating men who are begging for money and collecting money compared to men who are providers and protectors? And he got pushback. So I'm glad I got a woman on the panel, and I'm glad that I have women in the crowd. So, because a lot of y'all are really quiet. He got a lot of pushback because he said something, and the women came at him like, "You blaming a woman? You blaming a woman? Why are you always blaming a woman? Why are you blaming a woman?" I said two comments. My first comment was a man is only going to provide and protect the things they value. My second comment is, why are the women deciding to date men who are bill collectors? And he stopped me. No, Molly, you can't say that because they say that you're blaming them and they're blaming them. And I'm like, I'm not blaming them, but who else are you going to blame? Because we could already blame the moronic guys. That's a given. If your standards of living is so low that you decide that the only way you're going to get through life is to date a woman who has more money, and you decide you ain't never going to work and let her take care of you, your morals and values suck rocks anyway. I skip you. But my thing with getting on the women is, you, on the other hand, has the most to lose. He doesn't. He's crap. But he's not going to lose anything. Because as soon as you get to your head that you decide you don't want to be with him no more, he's just going to move on to the next woman who will put up with him. It's that simple. His morals gone.
Yep. And see, I said he better preach it, but I'm going to downgrade my initial response. Because I think that same statement that you just made applies to women. I don't want to teach my niece, okay, now you be just a good little housekeeper and you sit around and you let some man take care of you. That's not what I want to do. I was raised to, I don't know what happened along the way. But your job is to be a wife and to be a mother. Obviously, I am neither. So that whole talk just went in one ear out the other. But I think we as women, we have to kind of address that because on some level, even I do it, we expect men to take care of us. And we really shouldn't. Now, yes, if you're living under my house, you're going to pay something. You're not going to just sit around and drop me off in my own car that I'm paying for, and then you go ride just scot free. That's not happening. If we're 50-50, you gonna work and I'm gonna work and we gonna make up the difference. Period. That's this person right here. This one.
It should be a lot of women. And like I was saying was I don't want, and I'll be honest with you, I got kind of offended a little bit. I didn't lose my mind and everything. But I got kind of offended because he was saying, Mom, you can't do that because they'll say that you're blaming them. If that's wrong, you need to be blaming the man. And I was offended because I was like, why would I be? I've already blamed the man for being crap. But again, you're pushing the envelope as if you don't have anything to do with why he's getting away with it.
Well, that's because he's been raised to do that. You can only do what you know, and he's only going to work when somebody makes him. He's not going to work because, well, she keeps telling him get a job, get a job, get a job, because he could come up with a whole bevy of excuses.
But I'm gonna put this out to the crowd. Joe, I know you're here. Holly, I know you're here. So help me out. Why is it that women have a tendency to believe that they could change a man?
Oh, I got an answer for that one. And I'll let them answer.
Go ahead.
I think some women, we were just two reasons. I'm going to give you the correct one, and then I'm going to give you the Tracy. This is what I think. So the correct answer is that's what we were trained to do.
Y'all were
nurtured. We were trained from when we were little girls that if you could take a man, and if he's a bum and he's a man that goes from woman to woman, if he finds you and you're pristine and you're chaste and you're not around with other men, that you can change it and he'll change for you. So women have been conditioned to think like that. Now, Tracy say you a dang on fool if you think you can change a man because you cannot. People change because they want to change. Now, that's the Tracy answer.
I'll give this. It is so many levels to this, so bear with me. I've always been on the belief that a person's not going to change until they're willing to change. I think the issue that we fall into is that, and I'm not saying 100% of absolutely nothing because nothing is absolutely 100%. But there have been evidence of a woman changing a man to be a better man. My thought is a woman happened to be in the same time frame of a man who wanted to change to be a better man.
Yeah, she just looked up and caught a man that wanted to change.
And that got out to certain people, to certain women, and it has become, oh, just hang in there, sister. You can change him and everything else. And their timing is not as good as her timing. So, yeah, you sit there with this idiot sleeping on your bed who ain't contributing jack squat to the relationship.
And who's probably cheating on you. Where's some other woman that he's got taken care of?
Yeah, there's chances.
I mean, if he doesn't have a job, what do you think he's doing all day?
Call out bad behavior no matter who is doing it. I got you.
He's a house husband.
He's a house. No. House husbands take care of the house.
No, because house husbands, see, okay, if I ever get in a relationship, y'all look to the sky because he's on his way back. But if I ever get in a relationship and I get married, if he is cooking and cleaning and taking care of the house, that's your job and I can go to work. Because that is work. I'm talking about what you were talking about is the lazy bum. He don't clean, he don't cook, he don't do nothing. He just sits around, watches the Maury show, chants, I am not the father. That's a whole different.
I have to stop you, Tracy. I have to stop you because you didn't know about the new trick. And I even had to tell Foxy about somebody before. You could meet a man. Well, let me read this real quick. It took me 20 years to quit doing that. Got divorced, got remarried, and called out all bad behaviors. Still just like he does with me. It works. I'm on my second 20.
Susan, does he have a brother? No,
I'm on 17. 17? 17, yep. 19. Woo, 17. Woo. Well, anyway, my point was, don't say that what you said, Tracy. If he cooks it clean and everything, we good and everything. No.
No, because those are things I hate to do. So for me, if you're cooking and you clean it and you taking care of the house, yes.
I got into a great detail of men. And I had to call it out because I knew the dude was playing game, and I knew the dude was playing game because he cooked and cleaned, but would not work, would not find a job.
But that is work.
I cook and clean and work. It's not that doggone hard. It really isn't. It's not an either or. You can cook and clean and work. It's not that hard of a thing. So we're not going to separate it of going, hey, I'll go work and pay the bills and everything else. All you got to do is cook and clean. What the hell wrong with you?
And mow the grass, those are all the things I hate to do. I don't like to cook because I can't. I don't like to clean. I don't like to mow the grass. I don't like, no, if you want to do all of good, because I'm not. I want to make so much money I can hire people to do that stuff for me. That's my level.
I done got to a point in my life where I don't want nobody doing nothing for me. If I cook, I still cook and clean because I like to cook out and everything else, and I'll try different. I don't say I like to try different meals, but I like to try different ways for the same meal. But I digress is that I like to cook and clean and everything else. Plus, I don't want to hear Foxy's mouth about you left this kitchen a hot mess. So I clean up behind myself and everything else. But that being said, you're going to meet the new ones who will cook and will clean because they know that's all they have to do. And they still get the same.
But are they mowing the grass also?
They'll still get the same benefits of if somebody who don't cook and clean. They'll get the same benefits of going out when they want to, get the money that they want to, get to play video games all day when they want to. Take my word for it, Tracy. When I say the guys who stay home and cook and clean and everything else, do not believe they cook and clean all day. They don't. It don't take but a certain amount of time to cook and clean everything. They got the rest of the day to play video games, go and do whatever they want to, hang out with the guys. And remember, go by what you said now, they ain't got to do anything but cook and clean. So they can hang out with the boys all night long because they've cooked and cleaned. They're done. They've done their job. Can I have my $20 so I can hang out with the boys? And if I cheat on you, whatever, because I cooked and cleaned. Because that's all you asked for.
Well, obviously, I'm going to ask for faithfulness and monogamy. Those are going to be required.
Foxy. Mother said some people would rather have a nobody than nobody at all.
Or nobody, you be safe than sorry. That's all I got to say.
Took me 47 years to unlearn that behavior.
Sure do. It'll take a long time.
My boys with my ex are good men. It took real effort to break those learning patterns. Learning patterns.
That's what it is. It really is, because if you think about it, when I was growing up, it was me, my sister, my brother. My mother totally raised me and my sister completely different than my brother. We couldn't have jobs because our job was going to be wife and mother, and neither of us are married. But you know who got married? My brother did, and guess what he does all the time, Cook? So I'm like, something happened. Oh, and my standards are real high because I'll be playing a whole bunch of games.
I'm you know the worst thing that I have to deal with being married is dealing with people who have an unhappy marriage. I'm not saying my marriage is perfect at all, but then when I listen to other people's marriage, it's like I don't get it. I don't get what was the point of you. A, I don't get the point of why you got married, and B, why are you still in the marriage? I don't
Yeah,
get
that's
it.
a whole. Some people cannot be alone. I mean, I'm so used to being by myself that if I had kids around me and I had to live with them, I don't know what I would do because I'm not used to that noise that children make. I'm just not. I'm used to it being quiet. I'm used to chilling, and that's it. I don't want to hear all that.
We're not used to it either.
We're not used to what?
All the kids making noises and blinking and breathing.
You know okay. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna move on. All you parents that's really sad about that empty nest thing, y'all have lost your ever loving mind. My empty nest has been the greatest day in my life. I have never looked back and wished any child, and I love every single one of my children, every last one of them. I don't want them back. I don't want them back in this house.
You
I
know what?
enjoy my moments with my wife. I enjoy doing whatever the heck I want to do without having to be concerned about what they're doing. Now, I do concern myself with what they're doing, but also I now got to a level where I'm concerned about what you're doing, but there's nothing I can do about it. I've gotten on my oldest daughter for the longest time of, will you please go sit your ass down somewhere and stop working so freaking hard before you pass out somewhere? I can say it, and I can say it to her, but there's nothing I can do about it anymore. Nothing I can do about it
So
anymore.
you mean you don't want a house like the Ewings where they all had their little wing, but they
Hell
all was
no.
under one? Okay.
No. You know the closest thing I even come to that, Tracy, the closest thing I ever said, become a millionaire, get a bunch of land, and build houses where everybody will be on the land. But listen to what I'm saying. Everybody still got their own place. And you ain't still nowhere near me. So you're gonna have to take a little drive to get to my house.
But what about when you're 19 and you move out of your mother's house, and then 3 months later your mother moves in with you? That actually
That's
happens.
why I said we're gonna get a house for her to move into near me. First of all, my mom ain't gonna never let me take care of her. Really. Closest thing she ever had me to take care of her was, can you do yard work or can you clean this or clean that and everything else. The whole other stuff that ain't never working. Anyway, we'll move on. Who is this dude? Does he need to boot PM after the show? I'm sorry you experienced that old PNW. Oh no! Not, it wasn't on PNW. No, I knew this person personally. Um, oh God, I am so um. No, I'm not gonna tell that story. That's low. Um, no, I knew the person. I knew this couple personally, and and I was at their wedding, and as time went on, he would post on Facebook, "Look what I cooked! Look what I cooked! Look what I." And trust me, like I said, I know the game because he would always go, "Look what I cooked for my lovely wife. Look what I cooked for my beautiful bride. Look what I cooked for the love of my life." And I always wondered, one, I never seen her post anything of what she cooked, but I wasn't going that route of getting on her. I was more, so I finally asked my wife, I was like, does he work? Oh no, he don't work. He don't work. I was like, and I try to give the benefit of a doubt. So I always go, even though I remember Tracy, I seen him. I was at the wedding. Is something wrong with him where he can't get a job? No, he just doesn't work. Oh, so he gonna cook and clean his way through this marriage. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. And sure enough, I was right because 5 years later, maybe not even 5 years later, maybe 4 years later, maybe 3 years later, got a divorce. She moved to Texas. He is still here in North Carolina somewhere. I can't remember. The part of the matter is, so be very careful with the whole cooking, cleaning, everything else, because that's a hood trick too. I'll take care of the house and everything else. I just don't want to work. I'll let you work and pay me an allowance, um, and everybody's happy. Neither I nor my partner is nervous. We stick with each other anyway. We old. Yeah, me and Foxy old. I
Nuh-uh. Don't put me in there.
yo, Foxy.
I'm good.
You older than me. Foxy is a rock the cradle. Um,
I'm your sugar mama.
you my who? You my sugar mama. You suck at your job, dude. Miss my kids. I raised them so well. They're doing big things. So there's a bit of sweet. It is Holly. It really, really is because as much as I don't want them back. I'm gonna make that perfectly clear. But I am very proud of my children. I am because I can sit there and tell you that I want my oldest daughter to sit her butt down somewhere and rest up. The fact of the matter is, she is using her energy to work. As she has her own day, she worked and build her relationship to her reputation for daycare. Now she's on her own daycare and she's working and everything to get the daycare going and everything else. So I'm proud of them. So apparently cussing them out on every given day didn't hurt them. My dad moved in with my sister, total disaster. Now he's temporarily going to move in with my other sister. Hope it's not going to be a King Lear thing.
It will be.
Probably.
Yep. Because when that parent moves in, you thinking, oh, I'm an adult. I'm going to eat my dessert first. Oh, no. They still the parent. They still rule the nest. It's your house. You paying the bills, but they going to tell you what to do in your own house. Get ready for it.
I moved out of my... I'll say this, and then we're going to look at the last final video, which I'm just reading the title of and realize, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have played... Maybe I should have made that the last video now. But I moved out of my mom's house on the simple fact that I wanted to move out of my mom's house. Me and my mom get along great. I wish I had those stories of me and my mom falling out and me and my mom. I don't have those stories. I mean, teenage wise, yeah, me and my mom butt heads, and probably because it was my fault. I was a freaking teenager. But by the time it was time for me to move out, I just moved out because it was time for me to move out. We never had an issue with everything. And granted, I stayed out for a year, and then I had to move back in for 2 weeks. I'm so proud of myself for that, for 2 weeks. But me and my mom always tell the story that we there was one moment where we was walking to the kitchen. I was walking out of the kitchen. She was walking into the kitchen. And we literally sat there and we just looked at each other right there in the kitchen. And she looked at me and went, I'm so sick of you. And I looked at her and went, I'm so sick of you too. And we just walked past each other and kept going. That's about as much argument that I had because it has nothing to do with we was arguing with each other on any subject. It was for the fact that I don't want to be here and you don't want me to be here. It's your house and you do what you want to do, but I don't have the taste of how it feels to be independent in my house. So I don't want to be under nobody else's roof anymore.
Yeah, that worked for me. Let's see. My mother looked at me when I was 19. I was like, look, could you please? I think she stayed with me 3 months.
Mm.
I'm like, wait a minute. Why can't I eat this dessert first? Why can't I do this? No, you gotta do this. No, but see, the least it's got my name. See, it's got my name on it.
Mm.
Out the window. So whoever said they thought it was gonna move, yeah, it's gonna be a King Lear situation. Yes, get ready for it. It's coming. Hope it don't happen, but just be prepared.
All right. Final video and then my announcement for tonight. Like I said, it's funny that I would use this as the last one because just in case for the people who do have kids, younger kids, you may have to use this one time.
You keep my name out your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are you doing? 7, 8. I'm trying to play hide go seek so I can go find who the fuck you talking to.
So they found a clip of my mother. They say.
Yeah, it happens. They'll get down.
If I ever told either of my parents keep my name out your mouth, you wouldn't see me today. It just wouldn't happen.
I have that old school. I was raised predominantly. I was raised by my mother. It ain't predominantly because old boy wasn't there at all. I was raised by my mother. And I was a smaller child. My mother was a larger woman. I couldn't tell you how many states my mom would have knocked me over saying I need to keep her name out of her mouth.
I wouldn't even think of saying that.
I
What's wrong with these children today?
let
See,
me,
this is another reason why I don't want to be a parent. No.
let me tell you this story real quick and we're gonna get on out of here. This is remember I said my mom never let me win on anything. Anything that I get, I earned. She purposely made sure that I earned everything that I get. When we stayed in the hood, we stayed in an apartment. So her bedroom was right here. My bedroom was right here. In the middle, right here, was the bathroom. So it's catty corner. When I come out, turn left, there's the bathroom. She can walk out of her bedroom and turn and keep straight. There's the bathroom. So one night, in the middle of the night, um, we had to go to the bathroom at the same time. She looked at me, I looked at her, and me silly enough to think, well, this is my mother. She would obviously would let her child go to the bathroom first.
Mm-mm.
And I'm pretty sure she was thinking, well, that's my child. Obviously, he would let me go to the bathroom first. We were both wrong. So we reached for the door at the same time. And to make a long story short, we wind up on the floor wrestling each other on the floor in the middle of the night. And the last thing I remember is she crawling over my lip body and got into the bathroom first. Now, obviously, it's funny now, but that's what I mean by my mom makes sure that I earn everything I get. She ain't giving me jack squat. If I got it, I earned it.
Yep. I got one question though.
Yep.
When the daycare video gonna come into play?
The
The
daycare
little
video?
girl at the daycare with the barrettes on her hair, and she was smart enough to her daycare giver.
I'll show it next week. I gotta find that video. Somebody
It's in
see.
your inbox. I inboxed it to you. I was like, yeah, this one.
Oh boy. Okay, I'll show it next week. I'll make sure that I put it on there next week.
Yeah,
So
because that little girl is me. I'm like, yep, that's me.
yeah, she would have got punted. Sorry.
Yeah, that's me. Nothing
So
over got some mouth. You like,
this is the end of the show. And my announcement is, for the longest time, I tried to figure out what am I going to name the people that view the show. And majority of the time, it kept coming up with animals, which made it harder. So, Ben Dixon and clickbait was Squirrel Game. TY, TYT. TYT is Dragon. No, the Young Turks is not Dragon. I don't know what the Young Turks is. The Damage Report is Dragon. So on and so forth. So I decided that from this point on, we're going to call this the Saturday Night Mafia. We are going to be the Mafia because we're going to be the ones that's going to make sure that the truth be told. I hate to say it because Ben Dixon show us this name, but the truth is going to be said on this show, whether you like it or not. And the Mafia basically started off pretty much being the police of their culture. And they kept out everybody else. And they told the truth about a lot of situations that other people didn't like. And obviously they've been made the enemy. Don't get it twisted. They did some gruesome freaking things, even to their own people. But the fact of the matter is, it was something that had to be done, and it was done. That's why I said the Saturday Night Mafia, we're going to do what we have to do. So there will no longer be, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals anymore. It will be Saturday Night Mafia. Here's what we're going to do tonight. And from this point on. Marlon's, no. It is not going to be Marlon's Mafia because this is a community. I may be leading the charge and everything else, but this will not be the way it is without you people. It just would. I start off with 1 people. I got 5 or 6 people starting. Next year, maybe 10 and 20. Next year, the year after that, it'll be 30 and 40. I cannot do this without you people. So I'm not going to name it like I'm the top dog of this thing. It's the Saturday Night Mafia. We are all a family. We are all going to build this to be bigger, better, and stronger than it's ever been. We are Saturday Night Mafia. I'm down. Thank you, Holly. Well, and to use that, Tracy, you have any last words?
I want a T-shirt.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Hold on 1 second. Wait a second.
Because you don't have a website, do you?
I don't.
Nope. I am going to send everybody an email.
Yep, you really should get a website so I can be like, oh, well, here, go to this website.
So here's the email for everybody who wants a T-shirt. It's $20 on PayPal. And that is Foxy's email. Email and let her know. That's all you gotta do.
How much is shipping?
Don't worry about the shipping.
Oh, okay.
As long as it's US, I'll take care of that.
Oh, okay.
I'll take care of the rest of it. Alterations is good, though. You don't understand what you mean. It's a T-shirt. I want a T-shirt too. Okay. Everybody, this is the
You know you're gonna have to inbox that too because I'm like, I don't got a pen. I don't got a
and
pencil.
I know I inbox it to you, but everybody write that email down real quick. That's the email. So everybody get a t-shirt. Let's grow this. So, Mafia, that is the show for tonight. Tracy, I appreciate you being on the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And until next time, I'll see you when I see you.
Bye,
Peace.
everybody.